Hey friends, it's Mindee and I'm here with a quick drum lesson for you. Thank you guys for checking it out, and if you're enjoying my lessons, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate that, and you can always hit me up for private lessons, which I appreciate as well. If you guys have any questions, always feel free to message me too. So today is a beginner's introduction to playing in 12/8 time, which is kind of like what you would feel when you're playing swing music. So 12/8 time, 12/8 notes, and we're going to divide that into 4 sets of 3. So for this, we're going to count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and making sure not to confuse it with the 16th note, 1E and 2E and no E. So 1 and nice and even, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and So I'm just going to play what I'm going to show you guys, a quick beat and fill, and then we'll break it down for you. 1 and 2 and ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Alright, pretty basic, but for some of you beginners, it might be your first time looking at 12/8, so let's break it down. Now what we're going to do here, I definitely want you guys to practice this with the metronome, because the tricky thing of what we're doing is within the beat, your bass drum is lining up with the downbeat, the clicks, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and when we get to that fill, it's moving to the uhs, so it will happen just before the click. So this, although it seems easy, can throw you off at first, so it's something I definitely want you guys to work on. Beat, 12/8 notes, your hi-hat is hitting all 12. Snares on 2 and 4, bass is on 1 and 3. So let's break that down slowly. Beat 1, we have 1 and bass, hi-hat, hi-hat. Beat 2, snare, hi-hat, hi-hat. 1 and 2 and bass, hi-hat, hi-hat, snare, hi-hat, hi-hat. 3 and 4 and exact same thing. Bass, hi-hat, hi-hat, snare, hi-hat, hi-hat. 3 and 4 and so all together, that beat is going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now we'll play that beat for 3 times, and then we'll get to this fill. The fill has the pattern of right, left, kick for the 1 and if you're left-handed, left, right, kick, but basically hand, hand, kick. And if you have 4 toms, like I do on my electric set, we're just going to do 1 beat on each tom. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you're playing with only 2 toms, just double up either the snare or the high tom or the low tom, your pick. So obviously when you're playing with your metronome, the metronome is falling on those 1s. So it'll be with one of your hands. So 1 and 2 and the bass drum's on the So make sure that you're able to make that switch from the bass drum being with the click to the bass drum being just before the click and not lining up with it. That's the thing that I want you guys to focus on in this beat, as well as this pattern, because it's a pattern you'll use a lot within music. You want to get it faster. Pretty soon you'll be doing it with 6 tuplets. But yeah, so let's look at that. Beat 1, hand, hand, kick, 1 and all you have to do is move to the high tom for 2 and mid tom, 3 and 4 tom, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Now I want you to do it nice and slow like that with your click, because this one, if you just try to play it fast right away, you're going to play it sloppy. So this in itself is a great exercise to practice with that metronome, building up speed, getting it so you can play it really fast, but very accurately at the fast speed. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's triplets. Triple it, triple it, triple it, triple it. So now let's play that beat 3 times, do the fill, and go back to the beat, okay? And we're gonna go nice and slow for those of you that are brand new to this. 1 and a 2 and a ready and go, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 2, 2, 3 and a 4 and a 3, 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Alright, so that's kind of like an introduction to playing in 12/8 time, very similar to 6/8 time. 12/8 time will more come into play once we start leaving rests in there, so you're only playing like the 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. But basically I wanted to just kind of introduce that to you guys and have you guys start doing that hand, hand, kick, hand, hand, kick, hand, hand, kick, hand, hand, kick pattern. Practice going back and forth between that bass drum being on those uhs and then the bass drum being on the down beats when you're playing the beat. All right, thank you guys. You know, I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone who checks out my lessons. If you have any questions or requests, please let me know, and I'm always here for your private lessons. Thank you and happy drumming. Bye guys.